Alexandra, thank you for the food. She got us some stuff for Thanksgiving. It was really nice. I hope y'all had a good Thanksgiving too. Bianca and Joanna, thank you for the contributions. I hope you guys had a good Thanksgiving. Got to see family you love, appreciate, who appreciates you. I don't know what the turnout's going to be tonight because a lot of people are spending time with family, you know. And I understand that. Just because I don't have any family doesn't mean other people don't, you know. So I don't know what the turnout's going to be tonight. But I hope you guys are enjoying your Thanksgiving. We're going to give people time to get in the room. Boy, the other night on the live, it was weird. It was like overrun with narcs. So we're going to give people time to get in the room before we get started. We're going to eat some more when we finish. Let's see. What's going on in Chosen Anthony? The people time to get in the room. But a lot of people might still be enjoying their family, which I understand. Just because my family ain't worth shit don't mean other people probably got good families, hopefully. But we're going to give people time to get in the room. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving. I hope you're enjoying yourself. Me and the girls have been eating good, and we're going to eat good. We're going to eat some more after the live. But I hope you're enjoying your time with family. It's just me and the dogs, and I like it that way. Hey, everybody, Intuitive Anthony. Dang, it jumped fast. I hope it's not a bunch of narcissists. The other night, I was overrun with narcissists. They were, I guess they're on an attack for me. You know, sent them by my family. I have no doubt about it. You know how they troll and stuff. I hope you guys are having a good Thanksgiving. Me and Sapphire and Beta have been eating, watching YouTube, and after the live, we're going to go right back to doing that. Happy Thanksgiving. Guys, as you come in, hit the like, the subscribe, and the notification so that you'll be notified when new content comes in. And if you're not a member, please hit subscribe. We appreciate you and have you in the family. Hit the thumbs up, guys. That sends it up in the algorithm, and it lets YouTube know to recommend it to other places on YouTube so it gets out there. And guys, if you want to contribute, you don't have to, but if you can and you will, that'd be great. In the description down below and in the links, we have Venmo, which is Antony, Antony -Young-1. And PayPal is at Intuitive Anthony 1978. So anything you want to give is a blessing. I hope you guys are enjoying your Thanksgiving. Me, Beta, and Sapphire, we're eating good thanks to Alexandra. Thank you, because she sent us some stuff from Bob Evans. So we are eating good. Thank you for subbing, too. Thank you. The title of this is It's Almost Showtime. See, the narcissist is enraged. And they rallying the troops to come on your social media. Thank you so much. They come onto your social media because they don't like you talking. They don't like you saying nothing. Because they like for their dirt to be in the dark. Because that's how they operate. Wicked, evil people always hide in the dark. Because when you bring them into the light, everything is exposed and they hate that. So what they're going to do is like, before you knew you was the chosen one, remember how they used to have all those flying monkeys doing their bidding? It's the same thing, but social media wise. They're going to have people showing up every which way but Sunday, just attacking you online. Or going into your comment section and saying negative stuff just to poison the water. You know what I'm saying? Like, there'll be people in there supporting me and helping me, through this tough time with cancer and everything, they come in saying, just casting doubt, being negative, being their father, the accuser, accusing the brethren. That's what they do. And the more they do this, all they're doing is showing their ugly ass face to the people out there, showing that everything you saying about them is true. Because if they can sit there and say the most wretched things about a person battling stage 4 cancer all by themselves, when they're down on their luck, they have no empathy. They don't have a fucking heart. They're trash. They're garbage. And people are starting to see it because they think they just being themselves and hiding behind the keyboard. But they being themselves. But people know who the fuck they are. You can tell the energy of a person by the message. You know what I'm saying? I know y'all seen comments and messages because they make fake profiles. You've seen messages and like, I know who that is. I know exactly who that is. That's how they operate. But behind that keyboard, they just say the most ugly and wretched shit. And they showing all the other people who are in their friend group who don't even know them that everything you said about them is true. They're evil, malicious, and hateful. So it's giving you more credibility at the same time. It is. Because they still think that they can hide behind the keyboard because they love darkness. People know who the fuck they are. Yeah. That's exactly what it is. And they're not showing us anything new because we know how awful they are. But the people who didn't believe you, that these people were awful like that, are starting to believe you now. They're like, damn, they saying all this kind of stuff? They say the most egregious shit. They go way above and beyond to be disrespectful. You know, that's not even normal. You know what I'm saying? That's how I knew something was off with the people that I was living with. The lady, the mother of that family, used to say the most egregious shit. It's not one thing. It's one thing to be mad. But to say the level of hurtful shit that you say, you are trying to destroy somebody. You're trying to rip their soul off. I was like, this isn't normal. I was like, what is going on, God? What is going on with these people? But he wouldn't tell me because I was still surrounded by them. I was still in the lion's den, so to speak. But I was like, this isn't normal. This is egregious. They're going way above and beyond to be disrespectful, hateful, and ugly. That's the way the people are doing online. Yeah. And people who didn't believe you are like, okay, that was a bit much. Because you know how they talk and they get real loose at the lips? They saying shit that is way too far. And people are like, damn, that's not even necessary. You going way above and beyond. People seeing it. And you are bringing it all to the light. But they're not mad at you. They're mad at the Most High. You just happen to be the vessel saying the truth. Shit they already know, but they don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear it. Can't see. You got fire, doves. See, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. This is narcissist. There you go. Here they go. Here they go. They're starting to come in. The level of people have started increasing because the narcissist is on an attack. And she's sending everybody, all the flying monkeys in to attack the channel. That's fine. Because the information I got on her, I could do the same shit. But I'm talking about legally. Hey, we can play that game. We can play that game. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. So it goes both ways. Because I'm not a fucking child no more. I'm not a child no more. And all that dirt can be brought to the light. And the other one, the drug dealer she stole all that money from, I know he wants his pound of flesh. But see, they want you to get in the mud with them. But there's no point in that. There's no point in that. There's no point. Because they love that kind of shit, and you don't need to lower yourself to debase yourself just to go tit for tat with somebody who just loves that shit. You got way more important things to do. Way more important shit to do. You know what I'm saying? And your energy can be spent being more productive, being creative, putting something into the world that's going to benefit somebody, than going back and forth with a fucking idiot. You know what I'm saying? Let the dead bury the dead. You know what I'm saying? Guys, don't forget to hit like, comment, and subscribe. If you're not a member, hit subscribe. And then hit the notification bell so that you'll be notified when I go live. That way you'll get up-to-date information and you can be there when I go live. Hit the thumbs up, guys. It don't cost nothing, and it sends it up in the algorithm. And it lets YouTube know that people like the video, and they'll place it in more places on YouTube so that it'll get more views and the Most High's word can get out there, and we can save our chosen brothers and sisters from being around these evil people. And guys, if you can contribute, you don't have to, but if the Most High moves you, please do. Down below in the description and in the links, we have Venmo, which is Antony, Antony, -Young, -1, or Chosen Ones, 1978. And PayPal. PayPal is at Intuitive Anthony, 1978. So anything you could do would be greatly appreciated, guys. They just go above and beyond, and they just want you to go back and forth with them. So the other night, I was on live. I just felt the spirit to go live, and I'm up at night anyway, because that's the quietest time you can talk to the Most High. It was like 40 of them on my live, all narcissists. And they were coming in saying the same shit over and over and over and over and over again, and I don't pay this shit no attention. So the narcissist that was assigned to me rallied the troops and got them all on my channel and on my TikTok. But since you want to go to war, all that information that I have, all those wicked deeds, that corruption in the government officials and people in power, all those evil little friends, I can play that game too. Because I ain't no fucking child no more. You see what I'm saying? I'm not a child. So if you want to go that way, I can go that way. She got a lot of evil stuff and a lot of illegal stuff. So be careful what you play with. You see what I'm saying? But I'm not going there with them, because that's all they want is attention. You see what I'm saying? Don't give your time to these kind of people. Protecting my ego? I read the comment. I'm sorry, that's a lot while I'm going live. You just don't. I mean, the other night it was like 40 of them in here, and they were just back to back to back. They was all saying the same jump, and I couldn't block them fast enough. I just decided, you know what? Fuck it. I'm not gonna get in the dirt with these people, because you be doing that all night. And it was like, well, what are you doing up at night? Talking to the Most High? What you're doing is talking to a demon. You're all sitting together working on wickedness. That's what they were doing. You know damn well they wasn't up talking to the Most High. Wasn't happening. But I just decided to go through in my live. And then in the middle of the live cut off. It cut off. The shit cut off. So I went back on live and started again. Went for a while, and all the narcissists came right back. So basically they were tailing me. They do the same thing over in TikTok. That's fine. Because all that attention is they advertising for you. And at the same time, if I get fed up enough, all I gotta do is call a couple people in the government and send them that way. You know what I'm saying? Send them that way. And guys, just make sure you keep documentation of the names in these people, because they're capable of anything. But the one thing they are afraid of, most of them got illegal shit going on. Most of them do. But make sure you keep those names and shit like that just in case. But the Most High's got this. So you ain't got nothing to worry about. See, they say vile shit to show everyone who they really, really are. Because they want to make it, remember at first they wanted to make it look like you were lying. Everything you were saying was a lie because they never saw this side of that person. That's because the narcissist is very good at wearing masks, being different things to different people. But when they were around you and nobody was around, that's when the real face came out. So you could have 20 people in front of the narcissist, and that narcissist will be 20 different people or 20 different personalities. And then when they go home with you, there's something completely different, something way fucking ugly. But now with the things they're saying online and the way that their conversations are going, people who know them from that profile pic, if they ain't made some fake profile, are starting to see that, ooh, they are kind of awful. And the more they joking and saying this stuff, the more they proving you right. They proving you right. Slowly but surely. Let it all play out. Because what it is the narcissist doesn't realize that they pulling everybody together. And the Most High is lining up his shot. He's lining up his shot. See, because this is all supposed to happen. This is supposed to happen. But see, the difference is, I'm not a child anymore, so I don't have to sit there and put up with it, so I can always turn it off. And if I was a spiteful person, I could just call some government officials and drop a couple of names and do the same shit. But I don't play them games because I don't have time for that. You see what I'm saying? I got way more important things to be doing. Focusing on me and the direction and the purpose. These people ain't got nothing but time. That's because their time ain't worth shit. It ain't worth shit. They ain't going nowhere. They ain't doing nothing. That's why they got time to follow you. I don't know about you, but I'm not paying for a ticket to see Beyonce if I don't like the bitch. That's just not happening. That's what I'm talking about. It's that mindset. That shit can't be corrected. That shit cannot be corrected. That shit is spooktacular. And when you really look at it in black and white, once you see how ass backwards it is, you just let go and let God. Put your hands up. Because if God was able to let these people go and give them over to that foul spirit, what can you do? And when you look at it in this sort of fashion, you don't take anything they say personally. They just speaking from their nature. They're a Scorpion. That's their nature. That's their nature. That's who they are. Actually, you should pity them because it's sad to be that old and that's still stuck as a 5-year-old. And they think it's cute, but it's sad. If they really knew how the chosen one hearts break when they see them behaving that way. When we see a narcissist acting that way, it breaks your heart a little bit, doesn't it? Like, damn, you 40 years old and still acting like a 5-year-old. And it's disgusting, but they thinking it's cute. If they only could feel your heart breaking. But they can't because they don't have a fucking heart. I'm sorry, they don't. And it's exposing it to everyone so that everyone knows that you didn't make this shit up. You did not make it up. And they're going to see it. Guys, don't forget to hit like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you'll be notified. And if you're not getting your notifications, try unclicking the notification bell and re-clicking it. Sometimes that works. And hit the thumbs up, guys. It don't cost anything, and it also sends it up in the algorithm. And when they see that, they'll put it in more places on YouTube so that more people can see it. And that's a good way to get the Most High's word out. And if you can contribute, you don't have to, but if you can, it will be a blessing. In the description, Venmo and PayPal is what I have. Venmo, Antony, Antony, -Young, -1, or Chosen Ones 1978. Both of those are Venmo. And PayPal is @IntuitiveAnthony 1978. Anything will help. Anything will help, guys. And I appreciate it. My puppies appreciate it too. They both laying here full of turkey. When they betray you, a family, a friend, one of the narcissists, when they betray you, they think they're being cute. They think it's like the shit that they say in rap songs. They think this shit is real life. So they adopt that I'm gonna get you before you get me attitude. But when they betray a close friend or close family, they don't realize exactly how bad they fucked up. Because you know life be life. So a couple years down the road, you never know what life is gonna give you. That's one less person that ain't gonna fucking answer your call. When you really need somebody to count on, that person ain't gonna never be there for you. And they think the shit is all fun and games and cute until they at that point where they need somebody. And there's nobody gonna answer their call. Nobody gonna fuck with them. Then they start regretting. They don't regret the shit they did. They regret getting caught. When I tell you that heart is wicked all the time, it's wicked. Completely wicked. There is no saving that kind of soul. Even the Most High said, I'm done. Even the Most High said, I'm done. My situation, being in need and being humbled, to have to ask for help for food and stuff like that because of the situation I'm in the stage 4 cancer, is already bad enough, right? As the situation goes. A very independent person, as a chosen one, used to doing their own thing and taking care of business, to be in that situation and be that low and have to ask for help for food or gas in the car or something like that to get to my chemo appointment, and for them to get joy out of it and then go online and leave comments saying that they enjoy, making it like they enjoy it. All of those people are seeing that they actually enjoy your suffering. One lady said something yesterday on TikTok. I said, damn, you ugly inside as you are outside, because she was ugly on the outside. She was. She looked like Flossie Mae. If Flossie Mae had a face, that would be it. The name Flossie Mae, what does that put in your mind? That's all. I said, damn, you ugly inside and outside. At least the two match. But finally, something makes sense. Oh yeah, she got blocked too, because I don't have gargoyles on my page. This ain't no old Catholic church. This ain't no cathedral. Get that gargoyle out of here. But this is how it is. And these people think it's cute, think it's funny. And then they're going to go back into their neighborhood and try to put on a different mask when they get in front of somebody they know. Not realizing them people seen your post online. And what's standing in front of them right then and what they saw online are not the same fucking thing. And they're starting to realize that you're telling the truth. All of this is playing out because the Most High setting it up this way. He's bringing all of them together so he can roll that bowling ball and knock them all down. That's what it is. And he's going to make an example out of this situation. Why do you think he's still here? The Most High got a plan. Hello, Jonathan. Yeah, because see, my situation with the medicine, with my chemo and stuff is, Medicaid don't start till February of next year. They turned off my marketplace when they gave me Medicaid. So now I'm in this window where I have no insurance because they cut off marketplace to put it on Medicaid, but they don't start Medicaid till next year. See, that's some government bullshit. I was in chemo. I can't get the chemo. I can't pay the copay for chemo. I can't pay the copay for medicine. So they got me to catch 22. So going online on TikTok, asking for a few dollars for people to help me, and I get $51 in food stamps. They just love that shit. They love that. And people are sitting there looking, they're not saying nothing. But they reading the messages like, look, you just really enjoy somebody else's suffering. Everything you're saying is starting to ring true. And they don't realize that because they too busy being a piece of shit. You see what I'm saying? They don't think about the long term. They only in the moment. They in the moment. You know they don't look ahead because they know where they're going. They make it a thing not to look ahead, not to plan ahead. That's why they always in some shit, because they ain't planning ahead. Because they don't want to look forward. Because everybody knows the grave is forward. For all of us. The grave is forward for all of us. And we don't have to worry what's after the grave. They do. Hey, that's everybody has their own choice. People do what they want to do. That's fine. If they want to live that way, that's fine. That's their choice. But don't bring your ass into my life and try to fuck up my life. Nah, we're not doing that. Do what you want with yours. Stay away from mine. You see what I'm saying? And that's what the problem is. But they think that you're supposed to sit there. Alexandra got Bob Evans for us. She got Bob Evans for us. So we had turkey, ham, stuffing, and sides and biscuit. So that was really nice. That was really nice. And after the live, we're going to go back and eat some more. Wow. Diabetic. Yeah, that's I mean, yeah, yeah, that's serious. I hope you're taking care of yourself. And I hope you guys are enjoying your Thanksgiving, because it's nice to be around people that you love, that love you, because it's just me and the dogs. I don't have green beans. Green beans. Yeah, and mashed potatoes too, and corn. So yeah. Oh, we're going to get into it after the live. I hope you enjoyed spending time with your family and friends, the people that matter to you and that you matter to. It's just me and the puppies, because my family ain't shit, and Lamont done passed away. So it's just us. But I'm still blessed. I'm grateful to be above ground, because it can always be worse, right? I hope you enjoy that, guys. Don't forget to hit like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. And guys, hit the thumbs up again. Sends it up in the algorithm. I appreciate y'all hitting the thumbs up. And if you can contribute, you don't have to, but if you can, it will be a blessing. In the description, Venmo and PayPal. Venmo is Antony, Antony, -Young, -1. Or Chosen Ones with an S, 1978. Thank you so much for the super. And PayPal is @IntuitiveAnthony, 1978. That'll help me getting gas and getting back and forth to appointments and chemo and stuff like that. The supers I appreciate too, but those don't come until the following month on the 21st. So we have to wait a whole nother month before I even see those. And if you don't meet $100 in ad revenue, they don't release it. So I appreciate the supers too, because every little bit helps. But guys, if you can contribute, in the description below and in the links are PayPal and Venmo. I appreciate it, guys. See, they enjoy people suffering. Happy Thanksgiving. I'm thankful to still be here. I'm thankful to still be here with the cancer and to still be able to do a lot of the stuff I used to do. You see what I'm saying? It could always be worse. I'm not thrilled that it turned out to be stage 4 cancer, but I'm glad to be here. So it's always a silver lining. Being positive, looking for the positive instead of the negative. See, that's the difference between chosen ones and narcissists. Narcissists always want to put somebody down, because they always trying to knock somebody down to where they're at. Mentally, physically, spiritually. They always want to bring somebody down. And what it is that you, chosen one, have gotten too strong, too confident in yourself. And that's a problem for the narcissist. That's why they try to tear you down as much as possible. And every time you start feeling good about yourself, what do? Hey, how you doing, cousin? Come back in and start the same process all over again. But when you decide to say no fucking more, you took away your EBT card. I'm sorry you didn't have any Thanksgiving food. I'm so sorry. I'm thankful for Alexandra. She sent that. Because I didn't even think, I completely like, the day-to-day life between the chemo and the puppies and the rent and the food. I didn't even know Thanksgiving was this week until last week. That's the way it is with my birthday. I mean, 2 days before my birthday, I'm like, oh, wait a minute. Oh, my birthday's in 2 days. But when you were younger, you remember them holidays. You know when them holidays are coming up. They don't tell you this, but as you get older, time starts moving faster. It starts moving faster and faster. So the choices that the narcissist makes when they're young to side with this demon, and it seems like they got a long time to wait before they ever have to answer to the Most High. It's literally at the door now. And that's why they're going to get more and more intense. Because they know the bill's getting ready to come due. So they used to hide their evilness a little better. They ain't hiding it like that no more. They don't have the time to. They don't have the time to. So people are finding out who they are a lot quicker. And people are cutting and running and getting the hell out of there a lot quicker. So they constantly looking for new supply. And they can't get it from the Chosen Ones because we know what the fuck the game is. We know what the game is. And they can't get none of that. See, that's what it is. I don't even look down at the comments now because the narcissist has sent in all the dogs. She sent in all the dogs to try to scare somebody off. But giving me that kind of attention, I could do the same thing by just calling a judge, calling to Columbia, putting a little bug in their ear about certain things that's been going on, certain people. I could do that shit too, but I don't have time for that. But if I have to, I will. You see what I'm saying? But I don't want to get down with dogs. You know what I'm saying? I really don't. But I'm not a child anymore, so they can't keep playing in my face like that. Now, we're not going to do that shit because if she can get dirty, I can get dirty too. I don't have bodies behind me. Yeah. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? I don't have bodies on me. I don't have bodies on me. She better get careful with how she play. Because for someone who's done a lot of evil, look at this. Look at this. Some ugly slut. I mean, you see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? These are the kind of people. These are the kind of people who pop out babies. They need to be sterilized. Probably look like a fucking goober. Possum body. Some possum body. Some fatty McFat. Breast of milk. Talking about cheese. What is it? Cheese puff all under her neck. That's all that is. 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 Some sick. You know, it's sad though. It's sad because to be that old and still act like a child. The bitch 5 years old. She's 5 years old. And in a fat body somewhere having babies. See, these are the kind of people that need to be sterilized. All human life don't have value, and that's a point right there. That right there. That right there. So back in the day, Chosen Ones, before we knew that there were truly evil people in the world, we was trying to save everybody. But you can't be Captain Save-A-Hole. You can't. You can't. And now we're in a better place because we don't give a fuck what they think. We don't care. We don't care if they like us. We don't like them either. That's fine. That's fine. All we're trying to do is warn the other chosen ones to get away from these kind of dogs. You lay down with dogs, you come up with fleas. And when the Most High comes to separate people, or when somebody comes to kill a bitch for what she did, I don't want a chosen one standing next to that fat hoe. You see what I'm saying? I don't want chosen ones getting wrapped up in the karma that's coming for them. They already know their ass is on a ticking clock. They know that shit. They know it. They know they on a ticking clock. They know they on a ticking clock. They know they on a ticking clock. I just don't want chosen ones standing next to that pile of garbage when that person ride around the corner and see they dog ass and decide to retaliate for the shit they did. I don't care about them. Fuck them. Fuck them in the ass with a piece of glass. Fuck them. They deserve whatever they get. You see what I'm saying? They deserve whatever they get. I just don't want the good ones getting caught up with the bad ones. I just don't want the good ones getting caught up with the bad ones. And then the good ones are so nice and loving. They're going to always try to help, and that dog is just going to take. And then turn around and try to set them up. That kind of wretchedness doesn't need to be around good people. And a good person can be giving that light to people who need it. You know what I'm saying? Instead of shining your light into a vast emptiness of nothing. When that light can be going to a useful place. Somebody providing a purpose, a service to the world. Not somebody who's sucking up the resources, popping out babies that smell like they do and ain't doing shit. You don't need that. They don't need that. They could be doing a lot more things instead of sitting around stank. And see, what the narcissist does is they masquerade as a good human being, but they always show who they really are because the bitches don't like to work. It gets kind of hard pretending to be a good person. And they always say some fuck shit that makes the person go, ugh, what the fuck was that? Some Gargamel type shit. That's who they are. That's who they are. And good people just don't need to be around that. And we can save a lot of people a lot of time. Let me ask y'all chosen ones. When you found out whoever the narcissist was in your life was a piece of shit, didn't it piss you off all the time you wasted with that dog ass? That's what pissed me off most. I wasted all that time sitting here next to this human stain. You see what I'm saying? This fat bitch sitting here talking like a 5-year-old. So all them years, all them fucking babies and 9 baby daddies, she's still talking like a 5-year-old. She's still talking like a 5-year-old. That bitch ain't grow up. I bet her kids can spell better than her. That's what it is. It's sad. It's really, really sad. And it's scary. And you see, they want to populate the world with this kind of shit. Name Shakrita or some stupid shit like that. That's because they don't grow, they don't evolve. They stopped at 5 years old, and that's where the brain stopped. That's where the brain stopped at. I have cancer, bitch. What is your problem? Why you got 2 necks? Why you got 2 necks? Did you eat one of your babies? Ugh. Gargamel, fat. Yeah. But see, that's what they do. They overpopulate. And then well, I'm going to have this and I'm going to have kids. Bitch, you ain't worth shit. Now you will have a bunch of roaches out there too. They ain't going to be shit neither. That's what it is. But see, my aunt sent these people in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a couple calls to some government people and say a couple of things. You know what I'm saying? Say a couple of things. Put a bug in somebody's ear. You want to play attention? I'll give you some attention. I'm going to give you some attention. But see, I'm not a child no more. I don't entertain this kind of shit. They losers. They fucking losers. They going to be where they at. 5 years ago, they were sitting on the couch stinking. They still sitting there. I ain't worried about them. Nothing from nothing leaves nothing. That's all they are. But she want to play? I ain't no child no more. I'm going to get it. I'm going to get it. I'm going to get it. I ain't worried about that. Let them talk. Because see, when these kind of people show up, I don't worry about that. That's why people have security. Security, get this dog out of here. That's why their names ain't gonna never be on the fucking list. They'll never be on the list. Nobody wants them bitches around. They ain't gonna be on the list. Who? Nah, get that bitch out of here. Nah. This ain't that type of party. Talking about this ain't no horror movie. Get that out of here. Guys, don't forget to hit like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so that you'll be notified when new content comes available. And if you are subscribed and you're not getting your notifications, try turning it off and on again. Yeah, they're just misery. Down syndrome Jesus. What? Yeah, I'm going to make sure that I block that gargoyle so she can't bring her fat ass back no more. Thank you so much. That's sad, right? Like, evolution stopped at 5 years old. You notice they all act like that? They all act like they 5 years old. Who shook? Who shook? I ain't shook. Bitch, I don't talk to things like you. If you don't like somebody or the content, you must not have nothing to do with your time. No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. Probably sitting there with Cheetos dust in your titties. Stupid ass. I hate dumb people. But I don't entertain that because the bitch is 5. 5 years old having 5 babies. That's what that is. That's what that is. Human stains. Loading up Section 8. Whole house smell like ass. That's what they do. That's what they do. And what it is that they hate anybody doing something that they ain't gonna do. That's because they ain't gonna do shit. Them babies ain't gonna do shit. Come from a long line and do nothing motherfuckers. That's how they move. That's how they move. And they only mad because you doing something. And it makes them look bad. No. They already look bad. You ain't got to help that along. They doing that shit well enough on their own. Guys, don't forget to hit like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the thumbs up if you appreciate this content. Hit the thumbs up. It doesn't cost anything, and it sends it up in the algorithm, and YouTube will recommend it on different places so that the Most High's word gets out there, and we can get good people away from bad people. You know what I'm saying? And if you can contribute, you don't have to, but if the Most High moves you, and I know that, you know, certain people down here don't have a Most High, they just have Satan, but we ain't worried about that. If you can contribute, please do in the description and in the links. We have Venmo and PayPal. Venmo is Antony, Antony -Young -1, and we also have Chosen Ones with an S, 1978. Those are Venmo. Either one of those is fine. And PayPal is @IntuitiveAnthony 1978. I appreciate that, guys. There's a GoFundMe down below too, because I'm battling stage 4 cancer. So if you could just share that on your social media, that helps get that out there. I appreciate that very much. See, they coming in droves to try to overwhelm you, but if you don't entertain them, they're just a bunch of dogs barking in the night. See, because if you entertain them, then you prove their worthless life has value. Them bitches don't matter. They never matter. That's why they do that. That's why they do that. Because they're like a 5-year-old fucking kid. If they can't get good attention, they'll get bad attention. They just want attention. Because like I said, that's where the fuck they stopped evolving. That's where they stopped evolving. You got big ass, grown ass people out here with a 5-year-old mind. It's sick, it's sad, and it's disgusting. And then them be the main ones wanting to pop out a bunch of fucking babies. Bitch, you ain't worth shit. Why you gonna make 5 more of that? But see, that's how they think. And they're only doing it to get more government checks and shit. That's all. Got the light bill and the baby name and all that dumb shit. You see? The baby's 10 years old already with fucking bad credit. You see what I'm talking about? That's that kind of shit. That's that kind of shit. See, that's human garbage. And back in the day, we thought that we could save everybody. We did not realize some people are beyond saving. Even the Most High let them go. He gave them over. So when that demon that was supposed to assist them in destroying you turns on them, their prayers ain't going nowhere. The Most High ain't hearing their prayers. He gave them over to that wicked spirit. That wicked spirit is going to have free reign to tear that fat ass apart. And Lord knows that's going to be a lot of tearing because they probably smell like ham. I'm telling you, that's going to be a lot of work. But I don't entertain that kind of shit Because I don't get in the dirt with pigs, especially when they look like one. I don't do that. I don't do that. You think you better than me. Bitch, I am. That's because I try to be. Just because you can say anything don't mean you should. They don't understand that. They have no class, no polish, no nothing. You can't take them bitches no way. You cannot take them nowhere. I don't eat that. I don't do that. Bitch, how you gonna get to the moon if you don't even go past the stars? Get the fuck out of here. Life is for the living. You dead already. Just go ahead and do it. See, that's what I'm talking about. They ain't going nowhere. Where they was 5 years ago is where the fuck they at right now. It is what it is. They ain't growing and evolving. All they want to do is keep other people from growing and evolving. They are always in the way of progress. That's why chosen ones need to wake up the other chosen ones. That way when you spot somebody like that, you get that chosen one away from them. That way that chosen one can go do what its purpose is supposed to be doing and leave the trash to take itself out. Because something they did in the past will come back to collect on that ass. Either that or the demon. It always does. It always does. But that chosen one got better things to do, more important things to do. Ways to benefit mankind. Leave them to their demon. And once the demon realizes that they ain't doing enough damage and people don't start walking away from them, the demon's gonna come for them. And they can't pray to God, because God ain't gonna try to hear that, and God ain't hearing that. He gave them over to that wicked spirit. So they going nowhere. And that demon's gonna rip them to shreds. But don't worry about that, because they're gonna always get what they deserve. People like that always get their comeuppance. So when they start talking that foolishness, that's peasant shit. That's mental, spiritual peasants. That's some peasant shit. You just have to ignore that. You're fucking talking to a 2-year-old. You're talking to a 2-year-old. Oh yeah, but my aunt, I'm about to get the legal people involved in some little shady deals that she got going on. I'm about to put her ass on blast because she gonna pull out every funky piece of shit person she know. And you know they all know each other because they all stinking and stupid together, right? You know that's how they work. You know that's how they work. Because funky needs to be with funky. That way they can get together and talk about other people doing more shit than they are. And the bitch got a house, barely kept a job for 6 months. Where's it coming from? Life insurance. Yeah. Yeah. That's how it be. That's how it be. But it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Because what's good for the goose is good for the gander. You see what I'm talking about? You see how all this dog shit keeps coming in? And it ain't nobody but my aunt with her stinking ass. Because these dogs come together. They come together. But they're going to all go down together too. They're going to all go down together. Hey, go for the mirror. Alright guys, this has been my live. I've been going for like 50 minutes. About 50 minutes. And I know you guys want to get back to your families and stuff like that. Just make sure you don't have any stupid dog family around you. That's why it's just me and my puppies, because I don't need to be around shit, especially on Thanksgiving. I want you guys to enjoy your family, enjoy your friends. Those that are real, not the garbage ones. Get rid of them, leave them by the curb for the trash man. But until I talk to you again, guys, don't forget, if you're not a member, please hit subscribe. Down syndrome, some stupid ass, dumb ass. You know, these people right here are, they gotta have something to do because they ain't worth shit. They ain't got nothing going on. So let them do this. It gives them a sense of purpose. You see what I'm saying? And besides, they fucking idiots. Well, they can't do nothing else. They can't do nothing else. Let them have that. But until I talk to you again, guys, if you like it, I love it. But these narcs out here, cold-blooded. And chosen ones, correct your crown and get away from these fucking clowns. Till I talk to you again, guys. Peace. Enjoy your Thanksgiving. Narcissists, go get hit by a car. Ha!